Okay. Hello, guys. Oh my God, you are already here. I love it. I love your potential. Your potential. What am I saying? Not your potential. You guys, I'm losing my words. What am I trying to say? I love your enthusiasm, but that's still not the word I was trying to say. I'm so excited you guys are here. This is a really fun topic that we're going to dive into today. I was disappointed to not see the Sunday YouTube video, but the live is worth it. So this is your Sunday video, babe. This is Sunday, 8 p.m. in Los Angeles. This is it. We just changed it out because I like to keep you guys on your toes. So this is your Sunday video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me a thumbs up to let me know you're here, or just tell me where you're from. Ohio. You know I love Ohio. Who else is here? This is going to be really exciting. We are talking about the one thing you want to text her, right? What's that one text message that you want to send to a girl? That's what we're talking about today. So get your pens and paper ready. We've got Florida. We've got Italy. Oh, Italy. Like my favorite country, Italia. We have Oxnard, California. We have Texas. We have Chicago, Brooklyn, Colorado. My favorite hottie, stay hot. Thank you, baby. Wisconsin, Florida Space Coast. Wow, so many amazing men from all over the world, predominantly from the U.S. Durham, North Carolina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm super pleased that you guys are here. This time, I gave you a heads up. Normally, I just pop on here, I surprise you, and we decided, me and my team, that we'd give you a heads up. So here we are, giving you a heads up. An amazing woman in Bali. Thank you, Dave. Dave, I forgot to respond to your email. I'm so sorry about that, my darling. Please excuse me. I'm getting behind on my messages. Florida West Coast. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, we're going to talk about texting, and we're going to talk about it from a very different angle. From Rwanda. Oh my God. Wow. Can I just enjoy this for 1 second? Good. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. Yes, Rwanda. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. The nations are on this chat, on this video. Australia. Hello, Australia. South Carolina. Arizona. I'm so glad. You guys, just a little heads up, because I'm a woman and I'm vain. I'm going to lighten my hair tomorrow. I'm putting some highlights in. What do you guys think about that? I'm trying to like soften my look a little bit, a little bit. Tell me what you think. Should I get some highlights? I think I'm going to do it. But the girl wants to cut my hair more, and I'm like, no, I want my hair long and beautiful. Okay, that's my moment of vanity for you guys. So texting is super important. Why is it important? Because this is how you're going to talk to your woman. This is how you're going to get her intrigued. But as I said at the beginning, we are going to go at it from a very different standpoint. Very, very different. So can we just all be on the same page? This video is going to be very different from what you've probably been hearing other dating coaches saying. A little bit different than some of the stuff that I have even shared with you. We're going to go at this from a different angle. Why? Why am I going at this from a different angle? Because listen, guys, at the end of the day, like all of this YouTubing, all of this advice that you guys are following, I'm sure you follow other coaches besides me. You know, we tend to give you very systematic approaches. Like, this is the stuff that you should do. If a woman is doing this, then you should do that. And what happens with that, it's good, but it's just a guide. Like, ultimately, why I am here as a coach is to empower you, to equip you to come back to your heart and realize, like, you have intuition, you have like things that you know to do, and to just give you some practical advice to be able to do that along the way. So that's really what this is all about, okay? So what is the one thing that you want to text a woman? What is the one thing? Now, my general response to this is, you know, if you've been with me for the past 12 years, I'm all about, I get really flippant, like when guys ask me, like, when do I kiss a girl? When do I hold her hand? When do I do this? When do I do that? And my response always is, whatever you damn well want to. And so it's like, well, what's the one thing you should text to a girl? the one thing that you want to text the girl. Like, that's what you should do, because you have intuition, you have a voice, you have common sense. Granted, I do know that when people come to this channel, maybe their social skills are a bit lacking. So they really don't know. They're like, I can't even tap into that part of me, Erica, because I'm so terrified. And that I understand. But I'm going to say something a little bit different than what I would normally say of whatever you damn well want to text her first. That's what you should text her. But I want to say this in a different angle. And I'm going to try this so that you guys feel more empowered to start doing these things in terms of, when I say doing these things, pursuing women out of your own intuition, out of your own heart, out of what resonates for you. That's my whole like secret goal with you guys, is to bring you back to your heart, so that when you pursue women, it's through the heart, which is what the majority of men are lacking, and why you guys get so pissed off when you do dating advice and it doesn't work for you, is because 99% of the time we're not doing it through the heart. And that is where relationships are facilitated. That is where connection is facilitated. That is where love is facilitated. The mind helps support that journey, but it's ultimately the heart that transpires these type of connections for us. So this is the one thing that I want you to text a woman. What is the one question that you have been dying to ask her? It's so important, because remember, if you've watched any of my videos, what do I talk about? Like, obviously connection is the most important thing. Like, for a woman to feel safe with you, for her to want to get into a relationship with you, for her to want to say yes to date, for her to want to have sex with you, all of these things, like, you have to have connection. And I've shared with you, in order to establish connection, you have to make her feel seen. Wow, my air conditioner is just blowing my hair right in my mouth every time. You have to make a woman feel seen. Every human being, we want to feel seen. We want to feel heard. We want to be experienced. Oh my God, do I have a cousin on here? Jesse Pina. Oh my God, the Pinas. Oh, my cousin's here. That's so cool. My cousin in Texas is on my video. That's so flipping cool. What up, cuz? I love this. But it's establishing that connection, making someone feel seen. But we typically don't know how to do that. And the reason why we don't know how to do that is because we're following formulas and we're following systems, and we're not going through the heart. And so this is what I really want to equip. If you get anything from this video, this is it right here. This is what I want you to get. Pay attention. Put your phone down, whatever you're doing right now. I want you to pay attention. And I want you to ask her, what is the one question that you really want to know about this woman? Because let me tell you what that does for her. What it does for her is it tells her, like, wow, this guy is actually into me. Thank you, Dave, for welcoming my cousin. That's so sweet. What that does is she goes, wait a minute, this guy is not asking me out. He's not like giving me the same jargon that every other guy is saying. This guy is asking me a very specific question, and chances are it's a question she's never been asked before. Because why? Because it's authentically coming from you. It is coming from the sincerity of your heart. It is coming from the purity of your heart. This is something that you deeply want to know about this woman. And so right now, I want all of you to stop and think, like, is there a girl that you're pursuing, or is there a girl that you've been interested in? I want you to just stop right now, and we're gonna do this together in the chat section. Like, what is one question that you've been dying to know about this girl? And if you guys have questions, I would love for you right now to type them in the chat bar, because what's that gonna do? It's gonna support your brothers, and like, shit, I never even thought to ask a woman this. So like right now in the chat section, like if there's a woman that you're pursuing, or, you know, there's just that generic question that you've just been wanting to ask a woman, like, what is it? Like Jason just said, the last girl I was after moved over a year ago. Okay. So not saying that you're still pursuing her, Jason, but let's just take that and let's play with that, right? So what you would do is ask her, oh, it's 4 a.m. British time. So sorry, Moonshine. Listen, it's hard when you're a woman trying to touch the world. You can't just get it all in the time zones, but come back and watch the video later, babe. I would love to have you watch it from the beginning all the way through. So if a girl moves, you're like, no, come on. This is how you propose a question. Are you ready for this? Like if you're texting her, you say this. Listen, I'm just really intrigued. What was it that made you move? What is it that you're really looking for in this move? What are you hoping to get out of it? You see, what we tend to do is we ask questions that are really safe, but the problem with safe questions, you know, those questions that everybody else is doing. Thank you so much, Moonshine. I can't wait for you to come back and watch it, baby doll. Oh, Mark has a great question. I'm going to come back to that. What we're doing is we're asking questions that everyone else is asking. And what happens is we become desensitized. We become numb to those questions. So when you're asking a woman a sincere question about what you really know, when you're sending her that one text, and it's to really get to know her by asking that question, what you're doing is you're not only making her feel seen, you're not only showing up as authentically, but you're establishing a sincere, authentic connection with her. That everyone, you get to be heard, you get to have some courage, use your voice, and she feels seen by you. She's like, finally, someone's not just asking me, you know, the same generic questions, but someone is actually showing up. Someone's being sincere. See, the problem is when we ask all the generic stuff, that's the safe zone, right? And so when we're in the safe zone, most of us get desensitized to it. Like, just, I don't know if there are any digital marketers here, but you know, in marketing, they say like, you have to change marketing up. You can't do the same thing over and over. Why? Because people grow accustomed to that. You know, it's just like advertising. Like advertising is always changing because we're always changing. And so it's the same thing with women. Like when she keeps hearing the same thing coming from the same guy who's watched the same dating coach over and over and nothing's changing with that. What she does is she just goes, just another guy asking a dumb question. But when you send her that text, that one text that you should send her, that one question that you should send her, when you do that, you're creating an invitation for her to be seen, for her to be known, for you to tap into your courage, because that's what this really boils down to, guys, is you tapping into your courage. Like if there's anything that I hope that you guys get empowered with is that when you come to my channel, that you watch my video and you feel inspired to go do something courageously. You feel inspired to reach out to that girl. You feel inspired and you tap into your courage. You feel fueled. You feel fired after hearing me speak into your heart and speaking into your life. That you have the courage to go and talk to that woman who's walking down the street. You have the courage to send that text message and ask her that one question you've been dying to know. Like when I meet people, like even if it's not a love interest, it's like something about their story, I want to know more. And it just depends, like if I'm going to be courageous enough to ask that person that one question that I want to know about their story. TT says, women are so difficult. Let me give you a reframe for that, TT. Women are not difficult. People are difficult. People are difficult. So Mark said, could you see yourself with a man 20 years your senior? Like, that's a great question. Is that something that you sincerely want to ask a girl? Because let me tell you something, Mark, like if you're pursuing a girl 20 years younger and for her, that's a no-go, you want to ask that question straight up at the beginning. That's a sincere question because listen, you don't want to waste your time. I mean, you're 20 years senior, so you could be what, like 50, 60, 70. So you don't have time to waste. So yeah, you want to ask that sincere question from the get-go, as opposed to wasting time and courting someone who's never going to be like into you, who's never going to feel that. 56, oh, Jesus Christ, you're still young. 56, so you're trying to go out with a young woman. I like it, Mark. I like it. I like it. Yeah, of course. Like that's not a big deal, but you should ask that because listen, if she's just into like 20-year-olds, then you want to know that you don't want to waste your time. 56, 54. Ooh, nice ages, guys. Really nice ages. So I want you to sit and ask yourself, like, come up with one question, right? Come up with one question. And I want you to write this down. Like this, if you've ever coached with me, which I do have a new coaching experience coming out. It's a different type of coaching that I've never really offered to the public before. And so we are going to post a link in the comment section below. Fee says, what age group do you like, Erica? Depends on what you're asking for. A relationship, booty call? I'm just teasing. But my team and I are launching, it's a new coaching experience that I've never, ever offered. And so we're going to put a link in the comment section below after this video is finished. And we are going to allow you guys to apply for this. I'm really excited about this, really, really excited about this. But this coaching experience is really going to help some of you guys. You know, as much as I'd love to coach all of you, there's just not enough hours in the day. So this is going to be a different experience so that I get to work with all of you who are up for the task, up for the challenge. But really, is this going to really empower you guys to come back to yourself, that emotional warrior that I keep talking about, tapping into your heart. Because right now, you guys, if I said, what's that one question you want to ask her? My guess is that it would kind of be like a surface question, right? Like, okay, start with, do you date older men? But like, what's underneath that question? Like, there's always a deeper question that we want to ask. And that's what I want to empower you guys with, is being able to ask those questions that come from the heart, not just the logic, that come from the heart. And listen, my thing is, if I can really equip men to come back to their heart and empower them to do that, listen, this would make dating so much easier. This would make relationships so much easier. This would de-escalate a lot of the frustration that we have amongst men and women. Essentially, there's so much frustration, there's so much confusion because 90% of us are going through the logic when it comes to our love lives, and we're not going through the heart. You know, I have this video coming out that talks about this new self-coaching experience. And I say, you never ever hear that guy, someone say, oh, that guy has the mind of a champion. Like, we never say that, right? We say what? He has, what does he say? We don't say he has the mind of a champion. We say he has a what of a champion. Who can answer that for me? Who in here can answer that? He doesn't have the mind of a champion. He has the what of a champion. Anybody? Yes. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. He has the heart. Brandon, Dave, yes. Fee, yes. The heart of a champion. Thomas, the heart. And that's just it, you guys. We've been so, David, Jacorcom, Reinhardt, Heyman, music. Yes, the heart, you guys. Abso-freaking-lutely. It is the heart. And that's why relationships become so complex, is because most of us analyze it so much, and we don't just speak from the heart. We don't go through it through the heart. And so that's why you have so much advice for so many different subjects. But if we all could just come back to our hearts and actually speak through that and show up with some truth, then everything would start making a lot more sense. It wouldn't be like a freaking, you know, if you've ever seen that movie, like Michael Jordan in his playing days, yeah, for sure. Kobe Bryant, like these guys who played with the freaking heart. But if you've ever seen that movie Good Will Hunting, where the guy's like a physicist or something, and he solves these amazing math problems on the board. If you've ever seen that scene, the thing is like, that's what we've made dating. That's what we've made relationships out of, is like this huge math problem that we need to solve, when really it's like we have to come back to the heart. So I'm really excited to announce this self-coaching experience that is not fully done just yet, but it is coming soon. So we're going to put an application if that's something that you want to apply for. I'm really excited. I think that this could really change. I believe it can really change the world. If I could get, you know, so many people to do this experience, I think it could really change the shape of relationships and how we interact with one another. So guys, listen, I want you, this is your challenge. You know, I said, you know, when I work with my clients, I always give them a challenge. Here's your challenge. What is the one thing, we're talking about that one text that you're going to see a woman to build that attraction, to spark that connection. What is the one thing from your heart? So I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult now. What is the one thing from your heart that you want to ask women? I want to know. So if you can come up with that question, come back to this video and put it in the comment section, or after I end this, which I'm about to do, when I end this, put it in the comment section and say, you know what, Erica, I spent some time in this. I listened to my heart. This is a one thing I want to ask a woman, and this is the one text message I think I should send her. I can't wait to read these. I'm really excited to see what you guys say. Yeah, Anthony, so great. He says, many feel uncomfortable when someone speaks from the heart. It's so true. So with all that said, it's my time before I end this to just speak into your hearts and just to tell you guys that I love you and that you matter. You matter so much. And it's such an honor for me to be able to get on this platform, to get on YouTube, to do a live video, to spend some time with you in the chat section. Welcome, Blair from Ohio. To spend this time with you, for you guys to designate your time and spend time with me. It's such an honor, and I don't take it lightly. And so I just want to empower you guys to remind you that you really do have what it takes, that in each and every one of you is a heart of a champion. There is the emotional warrior who is waiting to come out, who's waiting to come alive, who's ready to show off and show you what he has. Aruba, what up, Aruba? I've never had Aruba here. Thank you so much for being here, Richie. So Gary from Illinois, I really want you guys to know that, like, I believe in you. I believe that there's a heart of a champion. But I always say this, when a person knows, and I know this from experience, when a person knows that they are loved, I mean deeply loved, like no matter what, they are loved, that person becomes unstoppable. And that's what I want to empower you guys with. I want to empower you guys to be emotional warriors who are unstoppable. And the truth is that you are loved. And the truth is that you do have what it takes. Despite what's going on in your circumstances right now, the truth is you have what it takes. I love you guys so much. Jamaica, Bermuda. Guys, I value you, I love you, and I just thank you for being here. And we'll be having your Monday video coming out as well, so stay tuned. I love you guys. You take care.